Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I haven't done a video in like what feels for forever because I had jaw surgery about almost 2 months ago, and yeah, since then I've just been recovering, and yeah, that's the reason why I didn't do any videos. I might do like a jaw surgery video, but for now I'm going to be doing a video on the new Revolution Beauty range, and it's basically the new matte base range. So you have a foundation, a concealer palette, a powder, and then they also have their stick concealers as well. They just came in the post to me today, so it was perfect timing for me to do this video. I was meant to go to work today, but the snow has literally snowed me in, like there's no buses running. I've still literally got on my work top, but yeah, let's just excuse that. But yeah, this is the new matte range. I can't wait to try it. Before I start, I want to say I have normal to dry skin, so like I shouldn't really be using this. I should be using their like drop foundation. But I did really want to try out their new range. Love trying out their new products, so I want to see how these ones work, even though I have normal to dry skin. But I guess I can see if this like works for dry skin as well as oily skin. I know it is kind of made for like combination oily skin, but we'll see what happens. So if I sound weird, it's obviously because I had the jaw surgery, so I sound really weird at the moment because I have like rubber bands at the back of my mouth. Through all the products, and the first one is the matte base pore blurring full coverage foundation, and I have the shade F10 because in their other foundation, which is the Conceal and Define Full Coverage Foundation, and I have the shade 10.5, and I feel like I could go slightly lighter. I know they came up with more shades like 10.2, but I wasn't able to get hold of those in this range, I don't think. So I got 10 because I felt like 10.5 was leaning a bit more orange, but I still literally love this foundation so much. It's literally my favourite foundation to use, and apparently this one is a matte one as well, so if I can use this one, hopefully this one is good as well. But yeah, I got 10 in F10 in this one, and I normally use F10.5, which is still a good match, but I feel like the undertone's just slightly off, like ever so slightly. So it says it's designed with Team Matte mantra in mind, because not everyone can do dewy. This foundation offers a mattifying solution for oily, blemish prone complexions, or for those who simply prefer a matte finish. And there's also 24 shades to choose from. It also says it's a full coverage foundation and long wearing matte finish that still manages to feel lightweight and comfortable on skin whilst diffusing the appearance of pores for a blurred airbrush like finish. So I hope it lives up to that. I hope it don't feel too drying on my skin, but hopefully it's okay. If I like this foundation, that's great, because the foundation is literally £5, so you can't go wrong with a good foundation there if it's such a good price. And also it says for F10 it's medium skin tones with a warm undertone, so hopefully that's okay. Next is their matte base concealer kit. I got the one which is C5 to C8. You get a powder up here and then you get 3 concealers, and I don't have any concealer palettes, so I really want to see if I like this one, because if I do I will get like a lighter one for like more brightening. I just didn't know whether I wanted to get the really light one and then I can't use it for like, you know, blemishes and stuff. This would be so good for on the go because you have your powder in it as well, which is perfect. It's also labelled for like under eye and then your normal concealer, which is good. Okay, next they have another concealer. This one is the matte base concealer full coverage concealer. It's just called matte base concealer, and it says it's a full coverage concealer. I didn't get this to put under my eyes. I just don't find stick concealers to work well under my eyes. I go really like dry and I don't like that. So I got one that's like 2 shades darker than my skin tone to do contour. I really want to get back into contour sticks, but I just feel like I need to try like the right shade. So I only got one that's like 2 shades up. Normally I would do like 3 shades, but this one's quite like natural, so hopefully I can get back into contouring if I like this one. And I meant cream contouring because I always contour with powders. And then last but not least is their Revolution matte base powder, and I got the shade P10, but this seems really dark. I might just use this as bronzing powder because yeah, I don't think this is gonna be a good powder for my face. We will see, but I definitely think it's a bit of a no-no. Yeah, I thought obviously if you get the same shade as your foundation, then obviously it's going to be the right powder, but I should have gone a bit lighter. I kind of knew I had to go lighter, but I just picked up this shade anyways. But if I like it for bronzing, that's just great, because I do like this shade though. It's like warm but not too warm shade, so hopefully if I don't like it as powder, then I can use it as bronzer or contour. That's all from their range. If I've missed anything, I feel like an idiot because I feel like I picked up everything. I hope so. But yeah, so we're going to get straight into putting it on the face. face. Hopefully it works well. I have moisturized my skin already and yeah, prepped it. It's all prepped. The only thing I will have to do is use my own primer. I will use a Revolution one just so it kind of like goes with everything. Use this Revolution Pro Radiant Peach primer. This is a brightening primer. I don't use this a lot. This leaks a lot in the little packaging, but yeah, I don't use this a lot, but it is good, so I'm going to use this today considering it is Revolution. Okay, so I mainly focus that on the centre of my face just because I am mostly dry there when I do get dry, so hopefully that helps. I don't know. Okay, so first I want to go in with foundation, of course, and okay, I feel like you get like near to nothing in here. Like, I feel like this happened with something else that I've tried as well, but I feel literally air in there. Like, that's bad. I paid £5 for air, really? Okay, so I don't know if you can see, but this is what the shade looks like on my hand. It's looking a bit pink and a bit light. Maybe I should have stuck to 10.5, but let's not think about it now. I'm going to do one side so you guys can see the difference, and the consistency of it is really nice. It doesn't feel too thick, and it does say on the website it was lightweight on the skin, which is good. It does look a bit like neutral, but we can work with this. And this is just like one little pump I've done. Since I don't know how full coverage it is, I'm going to leave it at like the little pump that I did and blend that out. I'm going to use my Real Techniques buffing brush. Okay, even though it's quite pink toned, I feel like this shade is a bit better for me than the 10.5 shade, and that did really cover my blemish really well, and I barely have anything on this side of the cheek. Just gonna take a bit more. Wow, can you see that? Like, look how much I'm squeezing. I think I've already finished the foundation. Okay, so this is basically with one whole pump on this side. I feel like it is a really good coverage. I would say it's as full coverage as their Conceal and Define foundation, but I really do like it. And it doesn't feel drying or anything on the skin. I still feel like my skin can breathe, and you definitely can't feel this foundation on the skin. Also, I feel like I did get quite a good match, I think, hopefully. Also, I had bruising down here, which it did actually cover because I had bruising from my surgery. So yeah, that did cover it really, really well. Okay, so I'm going to just quickly go and do the other side and then I'll be back. Okay, so this is with both sides done. I really like how this foundation looks. Like, it doesn't look drying at all, and I feel foundation's still setting in, but it doesn't feel dry at all. Colour match, I do look a tiny bit pink, but once it's all blended, it all looks good. Like, it doesn't look like a crazy difference from my neck to my face, so it's alright. I'm just showing you guys up close what it looks like. It does give a really nice natural glow, so I really like it. Okay, so thumbs up to that foundation. If I will wear it again, I don't know. I still need to just like see as I go on with the rest of the products, but I do like it so far. I'll just have to see what I think about it. Okay, moving on to the concealer kit. I was really excited to try this because I don't own any concealer palettes, and I wanna love this one. It's just such a cool little kit to like travel with. I am struggling. Packaging is not easy. Okay, so this is what it looks like once you open it up. There is two other palettes. One's for fair skin and then the other one's for deep to dark skin. I got the one in the middle just because it seemed to suit me well, and I do have the concealer in C5 and in here is C5, so I thought, okay, I might as well just try this one. There's also a really nice looking powder, so I hope I like the powder as well because that will be perfect. The only thing that confuses me is that it says under eye concealer for the darker concealer shade, but I wanted to use this one because it's much lighter. I don't want dark under my eyes. I will try it out, but I don't think it's going to work. Okay, so I'm just going to take a bit of that shade. I don't think this is going to be light enough, but we'll see. Yeah, so this is definitely not light enough, but it feels really nice and silky under the eyes, which is really good. Okay, so I'm just going to dip into the lighter shade now. I should have got the fair one as well, but I just thought I'd get one just in case I don't like it. Yes, it doesn't brighten too much, but I like my concealers to be really bright under my eyes, and this isn't, but I'll still see how this looks. And I'm just going to take some in the centre. of my face. And I'm just blending that out with my Expert Face Brush by Real Techniques. Okay, so that's what it looks like with the concealer on. I do really like it. It does have really good coverage and it feels really soft under the eyes. Like, my under eyes are definitely not dry at all. I'm going to go ahead and try the powders as well. And I'm just going to set the middle of my face with it as well. Okay, so this is how my face is looking. Definitely really matte. I typically go for matte foundations. I do really love my dewy ones. I mainly have dewy, but I do typically like matte ones. So this one is really nice as well. And I'm kind of feeling the matte vibe. Normally I go for dewy foundations, but I do really like my Matte and Poreless by Maybelline and then the Revolution one as well. So I'm not like afraid to use matte foundations even though I have like normal to dry skin. But yeah, I really like how this matte foundation looks on my skin. And yeah, I'm definitely looking matte. Okay, so moving on, we have the matte base concealer, and again I didn't get it for under my eyes because I don't really like stick concealers and I don't want to like buy it if I don't actually like it. So I got a contour shade C12 and it's just 2 shades darker than my actual foundation shade, so hopefully I like this. This is what it looks like when you open it up and you get quite a fair amount of product. I mean, it's only £4, so this is quite a good amount of product, and normally in contour sticks you don't get much anyways. This is what the shade looks like on my skin, so it's just a little bit darker. I did want to go quite natural because I always get like a darker contour and then I don't end up using it. So hopefully, because this one's natural, I'll like to use this. Okay, so I'm just going to place this in the contours of my cheeks. I definitely should have gone 1 shade darker because this is like near to my foundation shade. Oops. But I thought because like it's 2 shades up that would be perfect, but maybe not. It is very good for nose contour though, because you don't really want to go too harsh on the nose. I'm just going to take my Expert Face Brush and like blend that out. I bet you can barely see it on camera as well. Okay, there's probably not a difference at all, but this is with the contour and then without the contour. Yeah, I got too much of a light shade, but I feel like I can use this as like a foundation stick, maybe. I don't know, because it looks so similar to my skin tone. I do really like how natural the contour is, like you can barely see it, but I like it because I did kind of want to go for a light shade anyway, so I will definitely use this. I really like how it kind of blends in. Concealer definitely blends really well. Like, I don't feel like I was tugging on my cheeks or anything, and it feels very nice on the skin as well, not drying at all. My skin feels as moisturized as it did in the beginning. So yeah, I really like how that turned out. Last but not least is their powder, and I got this one in the shade P10, and I thought it was going to be like the same shade as the foundation, but this one comes up very dark. Like, I don't understand, because this is not the shade of the foundation shade. I'm probably just going to use this as a bronzer. I really like the look of it. It feels really smooth in the pan, which I love about bronzers. If they feel like really dry and really crap, obviously they're not going to blend well. So yeah, I can't wait to try this as a bronzer. I mean, I would have loved another face powder, but this is equally as good as a bronzer. So let's just go ahead and try that. Okay, but did someone say new favourite bronzer? Like, I actually love this. The way it makes your skin look, it literally makes it look flawless. I'm actually so impressed with this. I think this is my favourite out of everything. Like, it's literally just a powder, but I love it so much. It's the perfect shade. It's not too warm, and I love. That's actually a stunning shade. I'm actually thankful that I got that shade now, because if I didn't, I wouldn't be able to know that I love this powder so much. I'm kind of using it as like bronzer slash contour because it's in between like warm and like not warm. Works both ways. This bronzer is stunning. It almost like blurs out your skin a bit. I don't know if it's meant to do that. Does it say it does that? Bearing in mind, guys, this powder is only £3, so like literally that's such a good price. But it says that the powder, it says it's a richly pigmented, weightless powder that offers a matte solution for oily complexions or for those who are team matte. Gives it a matte and smooth finish, and personally my skin looks so smooth, so I'm actually so impressed with this powder. Okay, so that is all the products on my face, and this is what my face is currently looking like with just literally the base. Zoom in. Okay, so I'm just going to finish off the rest of my makeup and then I'll be back to let you know my final thoughts on all the products. Hi guys, I am back. I did a blue eyeshadow look today because I was kind of thinking about snow, and yeah, I don't know how it looks. I feel like it looks okay. It looks cute. I didn't go for lashes today, I just couldn't bother to like glue them on. Literally just going to take them off after I finish the video, so I'll just put on mascara. I don't know how well the lip colour goes with it, but oh well. Okay, so onto my base. I didn't do anything more other than put on highlight. So yeah, I've kind of like not powdered this area, and I do think that it does need to be set down a little bit. Like if you have matte skin, I would definitely like set it down. For me it's okay, like I know that it will just like keep on drying and then it will be okay, but I feel like yeah, if you have like oily skin or you just want like a matte feel as well as a matte look, then I would definitely like put on a powder on top. I obviously couldn't use a powder because my powder was too dark. Where I did put the bronzing powder, it definitely did set down well, so I think that powder is really good. So yeah, you probably guessed that this is my favourite product. I actually really like it. I can't wait to use it as bronzer because it just feels so smooth, looks so smooth on the skin. I'm just really happy that I got the wrong shade. And then moving on to the concealer kit, I do really like it. I just feel like I should have got the lighter shade. I was really confused between getting this one and the lighter one, and I just ended up not getting the lighter one. But I feel like if I do ever want to try it out again, I will definitely get the lighter shade. But for now, I really do like these colours. I feel like this one will work really well for like blemishes as well as the other darker one as well, and the light one is good. It's just that I kind of like a really bright under eye, so it's not too brightening for me, and the powder is a really good powder. It did set well, but yeah, this is a really good like travel kind of palette because you have your concealer and powder in one, so I definitely do recommend it. Just make sure you get your right shade, which I didn't. And next, the matte base concealer, which I got as a contour. I really like this. It's a really natural shade. I feel like I will definitely get use out of this. It does blend very, very well on the skin. Like literally, it was so easy to blend. So I do recommend this for under the eyes. I personally just don't go for like stick concealers under my eyes, because of like past use of like other concealer sticks that I just didn't like. I just will never go back to them. But yeah, I do definitely recommend this. I do recommend this if you want contour as well, because it just gets right into the contours of your cheeks and stuff. So yeah, I really like this. Then last but not least is the Pore Blurring Full Coverage Foundation. I just realised it said pore blurring, and I mean, I don't have visible pores, but I feel like it did a really good job of making my skin look really smooth. Like, I feel like my skin does look really nice. It covered up my blemish that I had there, and then it's covered up my bruising from my surgery, and then I also had scars on this side which you can no longer see. And yeah, I'm really happy with the result of this foundation. As to if it will be really good throughout the day, I don't know. I will see how it goes. I think I'm going to keep this makeup on, and I'll let you guys know like what I thought of the foundation if I can come back and record it. If I can't, I will let you guys know in the description below if I haven't put it in the video. Nothing has creased from my foundation yet, so that is all good. Everything still looks the same as it did like 20 minutes ago. So yeah, So far so good, but we never know until like we keep it on for the full day, so we'll keep you guys updated with what I thought of the foundation. Okay, so that is the end of my video using the matte base range. I really like how the makeup turned out. It looks really nice and flawless, and of course matte. Definitely if you have oily skin, this will be a really good foundation, and if you have normal to dry skin, I wouldn't like not recommend it, but it just depends how dry your skin is. Mine is normal to dry, more normal. It's just recently like my nose has been really dry, but yeah, it just depends how much matteness your face can take really. Also, let me know down below in the comments if you guys are going to be trying any of the products out, or you've already tried any of the products out and what you think. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll hopefully be doing much more videos now since I'm kind of like recovered. But yeah, I will see you all in another video. Bye.